So today's story is something like this: that our main character named 𝐂𝐿𝐸 was very young when some ogres killed his parents, after which he decided that he will kill all the ogres from this earth. Now in the beginning of the story, we are told that when monsters appeared on this earth, after that all the humans made their own kingdoms and prepared some guards who prevent those monsters from entering their kingdom. So now in the current time, we see the scene of one such kingdom where Prince Sally was running away from her guards in fear. Those guards were chasing her because Sally's dream is to leave her kingdom and go on an adventure where she will know about everything and see this world. But her parents do not want this. Now she runs and reaches a traveler, and we get to know that this is none other than the main character of our story, 𝐂𝐿𝐸. Sally tells him not to tell the guards that she is here. 𝐂𝐂𝐸 agrees to this. When the guards come and see her, they think she is a girl because she had long hair. He tells her to keep an eye on this place because monsters are often seen here, to which 𝐂𝐂𝐸 agrees and then tells them a location, after which the guards went towards her. Now Sally comes out and thanks 𝐂𝐂𝐸. After this, she was showing her around her kingdom because people of every shop in the kingdom know her. That is why 𝐂𝐂𝐸 also gets a trade here. Later, she takes 𝐂𝐂𝐸 to her palace where she feeds 𝐂𝐂𝐸 very tasty food and asks her about her story because 𝐂𝐂𝐸 is a traveler, so she must have seen this world well. Now here 𝐂𝐂𝐸 tells some of his story, but he also says that your palace and kingdom are very peaceful. It is everyone's dream to live in such a kingdom, and you are also the princess of this place. But Sally says that no, her dream is to get out of here because it seems like a prison to her. Now it was night, so she goes to her room. Then we see outside that from a very far distance, the master was keeping an eye on that palace. Now the next day Sally was going to 𝐂𝐂𝐸's room to meet him. When she reaches there, she sees that 𝐂𝐂𝐸 is changing his clothes. She gets surprised to see this because she also thought 𝐂𝐂𝐸 was a girl. However, after this, when they were leaving from there, 𝐂𝐂𝐸 tells her the story of his travel and the rest. After which Sally says that now she has become very confident about the fact that she can also go on a travel one day, because when a boy like 𝐂𝐂𝐸 can travel, then why can't she? On which 𝐂𝐂𝐸 says that it is so. By the way, now Sally was asking him that can I join your team, on which 𝐂𝐂𝐸 warns her that my journey is very dangerous. It is also possible that you get killed after some time. Hearing this, Sally gets scared, but he says that he was joking. Now after this we are shown the king. When he was sitting in the main hall of the palace, a monster comes to meet him, and this is the same monster whom we saw yesterday with another monster. He comes here and says that these monsters did not want a war, so they will need 30 human bodies every month, which the king will have to give them, otherwise they will kill the people here themselves. Now the guards had surrounded them, and a guard starts attacking that monster, due to which that monster kills him and says that his body count will not be there. Now here the king had told him that he will think and tell, after which that monster leaves from there. We see that when both 𝐂𝐂𝐸 and Sally were going outside, then that monster sees 𝐂𝐂𝐸 coming out from there. After seeing him, he suddenly got very scared and starts running from there. 𝐂𝐂𝐸 also noticed him there, after which he gives a very evil smile. In the next scene we see Hanky King calls Sally to him and tells her not to come out and stay in a safe place, but then she hears some sound, after which Sally immediately comes out from there and she sees a lot of monsters there. All these monsters were ogres, and they were brought by 𝐂𝐸𝐸 and his brother whose name is 𝐂𝐸𝐸. Now 𝐂𝐸𝐸 comes out and tells his brother that the boy who destroyed their city is still inside this palace. Now at this time 𝐂𝐂𝐸 himself comes out there, and he was very happy to see these ogres and wanted to fight with them. At the same time, 𝐂𝐸𝐸 was also very happy because he would be able to take his revenge. At the same time, Sally comes there and tells 𝐂𝐸𝐸 that he should move away from there because these monsters are very dangerous. But right now 𝐂𝐸𝐸 was not paying attention to her words. He comes forward and introduces 𝐂𝐸𝐸 and tells his name. There 𝐂𝐸𝐸 also tells his name, and then he attacks 𝐂𝐸𝐸. But when he was punching him, meanwhile 𝐂𝐸𝐸 took out his sword and cut his hand. Now he took out his bow and tied it on his head and went ahead and attacked all those ogres and killed them one by one. 𝐂𝐸𝐸 understood from this that 𝐂𝐸𝐸 is the person who only enjoys killing monsters. Now here he asks 𝐂𝐸𝐸 that who are you after all? But without answering me, he kills her again, and after this he comes to Sally, who was looking very shocked at this time. Then we see that a dog comes out from inside the palace and comes to 𝐂𝐸𝐸, after which she and the dog started leaving from there. Sally stops them, but 𝐂𝐸𝐸 ignores him. Sally was moving forward, but in the meantime her attention goes back to the bodies of those who are on the run, and she stops in fear. Now the scene changes from here, and we see that Sally had still not forgotten 𝐂𝐸𝐸, whereas it has been a full month since 𝐂𝐸𝐸 left from here. Sally also had to go on an adventure. She comes to her father again and talks to him. This time she also cut her hair to show how serious she is about this thing, and suddenly her father says yes to this. seeing which she is very happy. However, her father asks her that if she is going on an adventure, does she have any plan for this? On which Sally says that not now, but she will figure it out later. After this, Sally had left wearing her adventure clothes. Now, after passing the journey for some time, she reaches the forest where she sees a strange human-like rabbit who was lying down, and perhaps he was unconscious. Due to this, Sally ignores him and starts leaving from there. But then a sound comes from the stomach of that rabbit, after which Sally has to stop. She takes out a carrot and feeds it. Now when that rabbit regains consciousness, it is known that it is a girl. Now here he first thanks Sally, and after this tells her name as Bunny. Now here Sally makes a photo of him and asks if he has seen this boy, on which the rabbit says that no, he has not seen any such boy. Now Sally had to continue her journey, but she also asks that rabbit to come with her because the journey ahead could be a little dangerous, to which that rabbit girl said yes. Now after some time they reach a village which was not very big. When they enter there, a villager was not happy to see Bunny because the people of that village do not like demi-humans. That man immediately asks Bunny to leave from there, although he was talking to Sally nicely, but Sally does not like this thing, due to which she does not go inside that village. She came out from there, but we see that she had to come inside. So she covers Bunny with a cloth so that her face is not visible to anyone, and now they again enter that village, but this time they meet the lord of that village. Now we see that he was talking to them nicely here because he did not know the reality of Bunny till now. Then Bunny sees a lot of carrots with that lord and comes forward happily, and his face was also visible now. But that lord does not react to this. Rather, he understood that both of them are travelers. So he tells both of them that if he goes there at night, if she wants to stay somewhere, she can stay at his house. Now in the next scene, it was night and both of them had come to that lord's house. Now after showing his room to Lord Bunny, he was taking Sally to his room. On the way, he tells her that their region was ruled by monsters a long time ago. They used to come and attack them any time, due to which many of their people had lost their lives. But a traveler also came there and killed all those monsters. When he tells about the appearance of the traveler, Sally understands that it was 𝐂𝐿𝐴. She asks, "Can you tell me his address?" To which Lord says that no, he could not ask all this because that boy had left from there in a short time and he could not even greet him properly, and that is why he welcomes every traveler very well. But now Sally asks him that then why does he not treat demi-humans well? To which Lord says that demi-humans are no less than demi-humans, no matter how good they behave in the beginning, but in the end they are bad. Here 𝐂𝐿𝐴 does not explain anything to them, she just ignores their words. Next morning when Sally wakes up, she hears a voice. She immediately comes out, but after coming out she meets a demi. This demi was an ogre and it was attacking these humans here. Now Sally comes there and gets scared after seeing it, after which the demi was about to attack her too. But now at the right time Bunny comes there and kills the demi by giving 2 kicks. We then see that some soldiers outside that village were noticing all these things. Now here again we see in the village that Sally thanks Bunny, but the rest of the villagers were looking very scared after seeing Bunny's power. Then the lord of that village comes there and asks Bunny and Sally to leave from there, after which Bunny suddenly goes ahead. She comes and thanks the lords of the village because they had helped her a lot. Everyone was surprised to see this, but later both Bunny and Sally left from there. Now after coming near the forest, they meet the same soldiers who were keeping an eye on the village earlier. Those soldiers arrest both of them without telling them anything. In the next scene, we see that they were inside the jail there. Then the captain of those soldiers, whose name is 𝐂𝐿𝐴, comes there. He comes there and takes them out of the jail. Now firstly Sally was asking why they were caught. Then 𝐂𝐿𝐴 tells that Bunny is a demi-human, and seeing her strength it seems that she can become a threat to the others, and that is why they caught her, and Sally was also caught with her for the same reason. Now Sally asks that then why are you leaving us? On which 𝐂𝐿𝐴 tells that he had talked to those villagers. They told that Bunny has not given them any problem, rather her nature is also very good. Due to this 𝐂𝐿𝐴 came to know that Bunny is not bad. That is why he is leaving them. However, to apologize he also gives them a treat, and for this he brought them to Rim Dari Kingdom where he is the captain knight. Now when they were roaming there in the kingdom, then we see 2 monsters outside the kingdom. Both of them were ogres. Here the name of that big monster is Jade and that girl's name is Mary. Both of them were planning to attack the kingdom, but there was a very big and strong wall outside, to break which Mary had to use all her strength. She uses her Ogre eye and destroys it, which creates a hole in the wall, and now Jade can move forward. But due to Mary's excessive use of power, her strength was gone and she had also become small in size. Due to this, she decides to stop there. Now Jade comes inside and kills the soldiers in front of her. Then she sees Sally there, She was very surprised to see him and was moving towards him, seeing which Hawk pushes her back and asks her to stop, but Sally was not in her control. Now Jade was about to attack her, but just then Bunny comes there and removes Jet from the front, and after this she was also asking Sally to leave from there. Suddenly Sally also regains consciousness, but she refuses to leave from there. Hawk had taken her, and at the same time Hawk was also asking the people around there to go away from that place because there is a lot of danger here. Now on this side we see that Jade laughs at Bunny and then she starts attacking her. Bunny was using all her strength, but still she is very small in comparison to Jade's size. Due to this her attack has no effect on her, and here Bunny is losing. Seeing this, Sally comes there and shouts her name loudly, after which Bunny got a lot of strength and she got motivated and started attacking again, but it was of no use because Jade again threw her down and she fell near Sally. Sally comes in front of her. Jade says that he will kill both of them, but Sally does not move away from the front. Rather suddenly, she feels a hit in her body and her eyes start glowing. Her eyes were glowing in the same way as Miko's eyes were glowing in the beginning of the story. Here she does not even realize, and she immediately cuts off one of Jade's hands, and after this there was an evil smile on her face like Miko's. Now after this, the scene changes and we see Mary outside there. She is now Mary was sitting on the corner of the tree and was waiting for Jade to return. Then Miko comes behind that tree and asks her if she had caused the explosion that just happened. Mary was surprised because she had not felt Miko's presence, but she is happy that she has found someone to pass time until Jade returns. Now she removes her hair and uses her Ogre eye. With this the tree was cut. Although Miko does not get hurt, he understood that this is also an Ogre, and he already knew this thing because Mary had a horn on her head, inside which is her power. Miko says that, "Look, I do not want to kill you, I just came to talk to you." Now we see inside the kingdom that Jade was laughing loudly after seeing Sally and was also looking very happy that now he has got another worthy opponent. Although after this he again moves his hand forward to punch Sally, but Sally stopped his hand, seeing which Zed was very surprised. After this, we see Miko and Mary outside again. Mary was asking Miko if he is the same traveler who is killing the monster, to which Miko says that you already know about me. However, after this Miko also asks her that why are you and your friend together killing the people of the kingdom? To this, Mary says that there is only one reason for this. Humans created their own kingdoms after seeing the monster. They did not even think about what will happen to the rest of the creatures, and I am also one of those creatures. Even though I am a monster or an ogre, I do not have any problem with them. Still, we do not have a place to live. All the humans have snatched our place from us, and I want to take revenge for this. When she was saying this, she had come to her original form because now her power has recovered again. She summons all her Ogre eyes here and tells Michigan that she is a threat to them, and that is why she will have to die now. Miko was ready to fight by tying his band on his head. He says that if that is the case, then you can try. Now inside there, Zed was also saying the same thing, that you can become a very big threat to us. That is why now he uses a very powerful technique of his due, to which there is a blast on the ground. Mary also heard the sound of this blast, due to which she gets destroyed for some time. Taking advantage of this, Miko attacks her and cuts her in the middle and says that you should focus on me. However, Mary was using a magic right now, due to which her body was like a rod. Miko's sword cuts her at first, but later Mary gets well again. She says that you are fighting with me, but don't you want your friends to survive? Will you not help them? To which Miko says that her aim is not to save humans, she only wants to eliminate the Ogres from this earth. After which Miko uses her magic and destroys all the Ogre eyes of Mary. Now we come back inside the kingdom. We see that when the dust clears after the blast, Sally was completely fine here and she was standing in front, due to which she also gets saved. However, now Sally takes out her sword and attacks. While doing this, she defeats Jade there, but she also fainted immediately after this. Now outside here, Miko tells Mary that none of her attacks will have any effect on her, to which Mary says that why don't she try using her powerful attack. Miko agrees to this and puts his sword on his feet and says that he will not move from the place. Now Mary uses her very powerful attack, and this was the same attack with the help of which she broke that big wall. But we see that nothing happens to Miko. Rather, she did not even get a scratch. But due to this, Mary had come back to her small form because all her power is now over. Miko immediately moves forward and puts his sword on her. Mary asks her name because now she was about to die. But after this, Miko tells her name and does not kill her, just destroys her Ogre eye, due to which now she will not be able to use as much power as she was able to use now. Along with this, after this, Miko also cuts off her horn. because the power of augurs is in their horns. Now 𝐂𝐿𝐸's dog also came there. He asks him if 𝐂𝐿𝐸 will not kill him, on which 𝐂𝐿𝐸 says that no, he has taken out his power. Now he has nothing to do with it because now she has become a human. Although the dog was thinking that 𝐂𝐿𝐸 was able to see herself in Mary. Now after this they started leaving from there. 𝐂𝐿𝐸 had also noticed Shelly's presence. That's why the dog says that won't we go and meet her, on which 𝐵 says that no, I don't want to meet my spirit right now. From this we get to know that a piece of 𝐂𝐿𝐸's spirit is left inside Shelly, due to which that power was activated in her. Now 𝐂𝐿𝐸 and that dog left from there. Now we see that a mysterious man was watching all this, and he says that he has found the man for his work now. Later we are shown Shelly. When she regains consciousness, she sees that Bunny is sitting there. Then Hog also comes there and gives Sally his help. The sword returns. However, Sally was asking him what happened to that Ogre, on which Hawk says that Sally killed him, meaning you killed him. Hearing this, Sally was a little surprised. Now Hawk takes both of them from there and they again come near that jail. Seeing which Shelly says, "Are you arresting us again?" On which Hawk says, "No, there is nothing like that." After this, he brings them to a cell there and shows Mary. He says that we found this girl lying on the other side of the same broken wall, and this is an Ogre. Hearing this, Shelly says that but she looks like a human, on which Hawk tells that monsters can also look like humans. However, after this, he also says that this is a monster and maybe it was he who attacked us, so it should be eliminated. But right now it is unconscious, and that is why we have not done so till now. But once it regains consciousness, we will finish it. Now Shelly says that she will stay here and watch till then. She does not regain consciousness, after which Hawk leaves from there. Now after Hawk's return, Bunny tells that Mary is not really unconscious, she is just pretending. Now when the secret was out, Mary also sits down and tells that she is really an Ogre, and after this she immediately attacks Bunny. Although her power is gone because 𝐂𝐿𝐸 had cut off her horn, due to which her punches do not have any effect on Bunny, rather Sally find her cute. But here Mary was very surprised because her power was not working at all. Then she remembers that 𝐂𝐿𝐸 had cut her horn. She immediately takes 𝐂𝐿𝐸's name. Hearing which Sally was surprised, she asks, "Tell me what happened then?" Now after this she starts telling everything. Then outside we see an Ogre which was in the forest right now, but it was moving like a whistle. Now when we come back to the forest here, we see that till now Mary had told everything, after which Sally says that it is good then your power is gone. This means that now you are just like a normal human and you don't need to die. On this Mary says that she is an Ogre and now her power is gone. This means that now there is no use of living for her. But 𝐂𝐸𝐸 doesn't like this at all. She tells Bunny that we have to get Mary released from here. On the other hand, we have to go to Hawk's house. He sees that when he was sitting, his soldiers come there and tell him that Mary has run away from here and Hawk's two friends have helped her. Hearing this, Hawk immediately runs out of there. Coming out, he sees Sally, Bunny, and Mary who were leaving from there, but he blocks their way. At the same time, Bunny attacks him and knocks him down. After this, all three of them started running again. Hawk wanted to stop them, so he leaves everyone behind and moves forward from there. But in the meantime, suddenly someone attacks that city and destroys the whole city in a single attack. This thing surprises Hawk. He was very scared because he did not understand anything. On the other side, a high-level Ogre comes in front of Mary, and this is the same person who has just destroyed that whole city. His name is Simon. When he comes here and sees Mary with human, he asks her what she is doing here, but at the same time he also notices that Mary is not there. There are no horns on the head, which means that he has lost his power. He says that without horns you are like a human. You are of no use to us or the Ogre family, that is why you should die. Hearing this, Mary immediately comes down on her knees and says that whatever you order. Sally did not like this thing at all. That is why she comes forward and immediately tells Simon that whatever he said is wrong. Now Bunny also comes there. Both Sally and Bunny were fully prepared to fight. Then Simon starts attacking them, but at the same time suddenly someone contacts him with satellite and stops him. The name of the person who contacted him is Miraji, and this is the same person whom we saw keeping an eye on that kingdom some time ago. He says that you should not attack Sally and go back from there. Now Simon has to listen to his senior, and that is why he goes back from there. By the way, now the sun had also started rising and morning was about to come. Then 𝐂𝐸𝐸 sees that Hawk is on his knees. Bulper is looking at his destroyed kingdom. She immediately goes to him and first brings him to his senses and then explains to him that now nothing can be done. They will have to survive on their own and take revenge from whoever has done this. Hawk also feels this right. He gets up and says that first of all we have to find a village because now we have nothing to eat and there is no forest nearby where we can get something to eat. Then Mary says that there is a village nearby, but it will take them half a day to reach there. Now after this they started walking, and then in the next scene they reach that village. Now here they first needed a room. They come near a hotel where Ogre was not giving them a room after seeing Bunny. But then Hawk comes forward. When he sees his face, he recognizes that he is the knight captain of Rim Dari Kingdom, and that is why he gave them the room. They come to the room, and after that Hawk gives some money to Sally and says that he will buy some food items. Now when Sally left from there, Hawk was very sad, but Bunny consoles him, after which he was feeling a little better, and then he went from there to drink water. Now Mary was also standing here, and she tells Bunny that you are very good even after being a demi-human, on which Bunny says that she was not always like this. She became like this only after meeting Sally. By the way, here Bunny asks Mary her name. Mary tells her name, but after that Bunny says that this is your Ogre name, but now you have become a human, so your name should be changed. She names her Carrot, which Mary also chose. Now after this the scene changes. We see Sally there in a market, who is thinking how she will take food for the four. Then 𝐂𝐿𝐴 comes there and sits there. Sally was very happy to meet him again. 𝐂𝐿𝐴 says that your short hair suits you, although he also says that I know that you have learned a lot in this journey. You must have learned and endured a lot. To which 𝐂𝐈𝐿𝐴 says that yes, she learned how badly humans treat demi-humans and do not like them. Parmi says that suppose there is a small child whose parents are killed by a demi-human, now tell me what he will do. To which 𝐂𝐈𝐿𝐴 says that he will definitely start hating those demi-humans for some time, but 𝐂𝐿𝐴's mind changes and he says that no, he will decide that one day he will kill all those demi-humans, although indirectly he was talking about himself. Although the very next moment he laughs and says that we should not talk about all these things. After this, we see 𝐂𝐿𝐴 there, who was just in this village. Then a girl comes and gives him a pastry and he thanks her. At that time Simon also comes there. Simon asks him why did he stop him, to which 𝐂𝐿𝐴 says that if Simon had fought with that girl 𝐂𝐈𝐿𝐴, he would have lost. But Simon did not believe in this. Now again we are here with 𝐂𝐿𝐴 and Sally. When we come to him, Sally was just saying that she doesn't know why humans and demi-humans hate each other, but she wants that all the creatures and species on this earth should be introduced to each other, after which everyone on earth will be united. But 𝐂𝐿𝐴 tells him that it will not be so easy, but on this Sally says that it does not matter. She will take Sally. Now she also invites 𝐂𝐿𝐴 to join her group, but 𝐂𝐿𝐴 says that he has to travel alone, after which he started leaving from there. But while leaving he also says that we will meet again and share our story. 𝐂𝐿𝐴 leaves from there and Sally also comes back to that hotel. She had brought food for everyone. However, when she comes inside, she sees a small child whose name is Brett. Hawk tells that he is from the same kingdom. When they ask him how he survived there, Brett tells that a witch from the western forest helped him. Hearing this, Sally was surprised and says that I also want to meet her. Now in the next scene we see that it was Night and Mary, whose name is now Carrot, but we will still call her Mary, had just come to the forest. Here also she had come to meet 𝐂𝐿𝐴 and she also meets him. 𝐂𝐿𝐴 says that even though she does not have a horn, he still considers her an ogre. He just has to do some work for her. When Mary asks about this, 𝐂𝐿𝐴 says that you have to keep an eye on 𝐂𝐈𝐿𝐴. Mary was ready for this. While leaving, 𝐂𝐿𝐴 also says that you should try to see 𝐂𝐈𝐿𝐴 once with the help of the power of your Ogre eye. You will be surprised. Now after this, in the next scene, we see that all of them together went near the bridge of the same western forest. When they reach that forest, they see a very big place which was like a house. When they go inside, they come to know that this is the house of that witch. Then that witch comes there and tells her name as 𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵. Sally started requesting her whether she would teach her magic, on which 𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵 first checks whether Sally is a human or not. But when she is confirmed in this thing, she says yes. She had only 3 conditions. The first condition was that whatever Sally will learn, she will not teach it to anyone else. The second condition was that she would always have to follow Winnie's orders, and the third condition was that she would have to give him 1 million gold coins. After this, looking at their conditions, she says that leave aside 1 million gold coins, you can give us whatever money you have. But then Hawk says that no, this is wrong. They are all out on an adventure, that's why they don't have any money to give to anyone else like this. Now then Shelly comes to Hawk here and requests him to teach her Coast Guard ship, to which Hawk immediately said yes. Now when they were training, during that time Mary checks Shelly's power with the help of her Ogre eye. Then she sees a very dangerous light, which means that Sally is really very powerful. Now at night, we see that those people had to leave from here because they don't have a place to live, and right now they were in the forest. Then Winnie comes there and says that if they want, they can stay in the extra room in her bar house and they don't have to pay any money for that. They will just have to clean that place. After this, Winnie tells Hawk in the crystal ball how much power Sally has and how she defeated Zed. Now they stayed there at night. We see that Bunny comes to meet Winnie, where we get to know that both of them already know each other. Now Winnie had prepared a weapon for Bunny, which is hammer type. Bunny likes it very much, but Bunny also requests that Winnie teach magic to Sally. Now both of them are old friends. Because of this, Winnie agreed to this, but she also says that later when we meet, you will have to give me 1 million gold coins. Now the next day, when Shelly comes to know that she is going to take training from Winnie, she becomes very happy. Winnie says that they will do the training later. First, Sally will have to train with Bunny. Sally did not want this, but Winnie says that you have to follow my orders. Now Sally agrees to her, and here we see Mary, who is with them. She was watching this and she understood that maybe Winnie knows about Sally's power, and that is why she has agreed to teach her. Now after training with Bunny, she also practices with Hawk, during which Hawk says that he will not use his hands because Shelly does not know how to use the sword much yet. By the way, we see that before the fight, Hawk was talking with Winnie. He says that if Sally uses the same power which she used against Zed in the kingdom, then she can easily defeat anyone. So Winnie asks that, do you really think she is evil? What Hawk replied to this is not told to us, but in the next scene, he was practicing with Shelly back there and he was not scared at all, and from this we get to know his answer. Here, Shelly suddenly lost. She says that you had forbidden me to use my hands, but Hawk says that he used his feet because during the fight, these things are not seen, that who is fighting in what way. Only victory matters in me. Though Abhavini was watching them from a distance, and she was able to see Hawk's grandfather because Winnie knows Hawk's grandfather from a long time. Winnie may look very young in age, but she is a great man. Her age is very high. Now she sees the elf clan leader and the lizard clan leader coming there. Both of them had come there because they want Winnie to remove her barrier and her spell from that forest so that they can kill the sleeping ogre that Winnie had spelled a long time ago. Winnie and the others ask why they want to do this, to which they tell that their clan is about to leave from there and they cannot leave such a big danger there. Now they had reached there the very next day. Winnie removes that barrier and that sleeping ogre could wake up any time and attack them, for which they were already prepared. Now both the elf and lizard clans had talked among themselves and decided that the people of the lizard clan will go ahead first and fight with the ogre inside the forest so that he cannot come here and he can be killed beforehand. But Hawk does not think this is right, and he goes to the leader of the elf clan. He goes and tells her that they are sending all the lizards there first. This is wrong because the lizards will not be able to see very far because there are many trees in the forest and they will be killed unnecessarily. Then Sally also comes there and she also felt that this thing is wrong. Then the leader of the elf clan says that yes, you are right, but we cannot do anything in this. Anyway, this fight of every clan has been going on for years. It does not matter to us if that ogre is killed, and even if after this we fight with the lizard clan, it does not matter to us. Now Sally gets very angry at this thing. Then an ogre girl comes there from the forest, and it was not that sleeping ogre, but she starts laughing after seeing Bunny here because Bunny is now with the humans, due to which she has lost her demi-human power. By the way, the name of this girl is 𝐂𝐿𝐿. She starts attacking Shy-Li here, but Bunny comes forward and stops her hair. Actually, 𝐂𝐿𝐿 is using her evil hair. Now on this side, we see Winnie, who was a little surprised because Hatsumi has come here instead of the sleeping ogre. She was thinking this when suddenly there is an earthquake and that sleeping ogre comes out of the forest. We see that this ogre is actually a very big giant tree and it was very dangerous to look at. That is why Winnie says after seeing it that she will stop it here until everyone else leaves from here. But Sally does not like this plan at all because it is a threat to Winnie's life. On the other hand, we see that this plan was actually of Miraji and he was keeping an eye on them from a distance along with Simon. And after executing his plan, they start leaving from there. Simon was feeling hungry. Then he sees Miko there. He moves towards her, but the very next moment Miko cuts his neck. After seeing this, Miraji was very surprised. Miko tells that he is not an ordinary traveler. Now we come back to the same sleeping ogre, who was very angry with Vinny because she had imprisoned him like this for many years. That is why he wants to kill Vinny. But on this side, everyone decides that they will work together. Now the two clans were working together. Due to this, Sally was very happy. She says that together we will defeat this ogre. There the ogre laughs. By the way, his name is Yuki. He says that you are very stupid, you can never do different plans together because this head raid has been going on for years. Saying this, he caught Sally and picked her up. Now Bunny goes to save her, but then 𝐂𝐈𝐒 comes there and blocks her way and starts saying that you will have to fight with me and forget about him. By the way, there 𝐂𝐒 also attacked 𝐵𝐵, but 𝐵𝐵 stops her attack and says that she does not want to fight. Hearing this, 𝐂𝐒 was surprised. Now we come back to this side where we see that Sally is so angry then her power gets activated again. Her eyes were glowing again and the roots with the help of which 𝐂𝐒 was holding her were destroyed by Bunny. By the way, now 𝐂𝐒 had also felt her power. He says that you yourself are so powerful and you yourself are a threat to our Ogre clan. Then how will you make friends with every creature and every species? If you want to do this, then first of all you should destroy yourself. But Sally does not pay attention to his words. She was about to attack here, but at the same time 𝐂𝐈𝐒 comes there and catches her with the help of her evil hair. Bunny was coming forward to help, but then Sally stops her and cuts those hair of Harsu men. Although she could grow them as much as she wanted, but still they were cut now. Whereas till now no one could do this because her hair is as strong as steel. 𝐂𝐈𝐒 was also surprised to see this, but in the meantime Sally attacks her, due to which she falls down. And suddenly her power was gone and she herself was not in her senses, but seeing this 𝐂𝐒 says that you are very weak and you are not worthy of staying in our Ogre clan. After this he started attacking, but Sally comes forward and destroys the roots with the help of which he was attacking, due to which they get surprised. 𝐂𝐈𝐒 herself was surprised, but Sally says that you were just talking about my power. I have used this power only to save the weak. It does not matter to me. It doesn't matter if there is an Ogre in front of me or anyone else. If he does something wrong, then I will use this power. And now after saying this, she does the same. She punches that tree, i.e. 𝐂𝐒, with her full power, due to which 𝐂𝐒 was completely destroyed. And now finally the sleeping Ogre is killed, due to which everyone is very happy. Winnie comes to Sally there and congratulates and thanks her for saving everyone's life. But Sally was very tired because she had used her power too much, due to which she falls asleep. Now both the Lizard clan and the Elf clan were thanking her there. Then Hawk notices that 𝐂𝐈𝐒 is not there and she has run away. We see that she had just reached the forest and she was also looking very injured. Now at night time, when everyone had come back to that bar of Winnie, then Mary secretly sent her Ogre eye to 𝐵𝐵 there, and instead of giving the report, she was questioning her. That why did 𝐵𝐵 do this? That is, why did she free 𝐂𝐒? Now 𝐵𝐵 gets very angry at this because she is in a high position, so Mary has no right to ask her question. So Mary withdraws her question, but 𝐵𝐵 himself tells that today he met a person who fought with Simon and killed Simon. Hearing this, Mary immediately understands that it was 𝐂𝐒, although she asks how did you survive? On which 𝐵𝐵 says that he did not fight. Now after this the scene changes from here and we see that it was morning now. When Sally comes back to the bar, she sees that Hawk was talking to the leader of the Lizard clan and the leader of the Elf clan. Actually both the clans were about to join hands and now they will work together and not fight. Hearing this, Sally becomes very happy because this is what she wanted. Then Vinny comes there and tells her not to forget this feeling because this feeling will work in front of her. She will come because she has to do many such things in future as well. Now Sally talks about leaving from here. Actually she has already realized that wherever she is going, many Ogres are coming behind her and attacking her. Maybe they want to know her strength, and she had recognized this thing correctly because 𝐵𝐵 also had the same plan, and he also wanted to know Sally's power by releasing 𝐂𝐒. Now Sally is continuing her journey ahead. That's why Hawk, Mary and Bunny, all three, decide to accompany her in her journey, and they take Vinny's bike and leave from there. They also asked Vinny to come with them, but she said that she has to run her bar so she cannot come with them. Now after this the scene changes from here. We see a scene of night time, which is a town some distance away from here. A lady was going there, then suddenly she sees an Ogre which had very big teeth, and after this the lady is seen, and again the scene changes from here. And we see that Sally and her group were going towards that town. On the way, Hawk tells Sally and the other two about the story of the town ahead, which he had just come to know from a guard. Actually, there is a vampire in that town who is killing girls. Hearing this, Sally gets scared and says that this means we should not go there. But Hawk says that you do not need to worry because he only targets beautiful girls and you do not come in that criteria at all. After which she beats him very badly and then continues her journey. In the next scene, they had reached that town and the people there were reacting very badly to them because they also do not like demi-humans at all. But Mary does not like this thing at all. She tells Sally that we should teach them a lesson, but Sally says that her power is not for this. Mary felt very bad that Sally did not listen to her. Now later they are looking for a room. During this time, both Mary and Bunny go to buy some essential things where Bunny says that she has to buy a thing for herself so that she can cover her face. But then she sees a lot of carrots at a stall and she goes to them. But the owner of that place also hates demi-humans. Due to this, he throws down the money given by Bunny and asks her to leave from there. Seeing this, Mary again felt very bad, and she also gets very sad that Bunny is silently picking them up and is not giving any answer. There in the room, Hawk was also talking to Sally that they should not let Bunny go to the town because the reaction of the people will be very bad after seeing her, and Bunny will also feel very bad because of this. Now later we come back to Mary and Bunny. We see that both of them had come a little far from there. Mary had bought some carrots from another shop, which Bunny is eating right now. Mary asks Bunny that doesn't he get angry with other people. Reacting to this, Bunny says that yes, she feels bad, but she doesn't say anything to them because other people don't matter to her and neither do their opinions matter to her. She is 𝐂𝐤𝐿𝐸's friend and 𝐂𝐤𝐿𝐸 wants to make everyone equal, so she also wants the same. That's why she won't hate humans. This thing makes Mary even worse. It seems that she was returning from the town. While returning, she hears the voices of those people who were abusing Bunny. They were also talking about vampires. Mary gets an idea and she immediately finds the vampire with her auger eye and comes to the vampire. She was ready to help the vampire to attack the city. But first the vampire asks her about her condition. Mary tells everything. Now she also tells about 𝐂𝐤𝐿𝐸. Hearing this, the vampire says that she is a big threat for us. We have to kill her. But Mary immediately refuses to do this. The vampire says that no, if we do not kill her, our Ogre clan will be completely destroyed. Although she is also an Ogre vampire, Mary reluctantly agrees. But at the same time, Bunny comes there who probably heard all this. But she ignores all this and just goes to Mary. Sally says that we are getting late, we have to return home. Hearing this, Mary's eyes fill with tears, and then that vampire comes forward and says that our conversation is not over yet. But hearing this, Bunny attacks him and that vampire escapes from his attack, but Bunny also moves forward and attacks again. Now that hammer had hit him, but we see that the vampire does not get hurt by this, rather he lifts Bunny in the air. He was about to attack him again, but then half of Bunny's body blast. And in the same time Sally also reached there. She sees that Bunny's upper body has been completely destroyed, but that vampire was still fine. He was also laughing. Seeing this, Sally immediately attacks him because that power of hers had been activated because now he was getting very angry. But now that vampire again escapes and catches Sally using his mysterious power, and now he attacks him, but before that Mary attacks that vampire, due to which her mysterious attack stops and Sally is freed. Now after this, the scene changes and we come to heaven where we see Bunny. Now she meets an angel named 𝐂𝐿𝐸 there who was telling her that she has died twice this year, but Bunny tells her that she has to be alive again. Her friends need her. 𝐂𝐿𝐸 says why does she want to live again, but Bunny does not listen to her. She requests, after which 𝐂𝐿𝐸 fulfilled her wish. Now here Bunny again comes in her real body and her body was regenerated, but the difference was that her eyes were glowing in red color and her dark wings had come. Along with that, she was able to feel a different power in her body. In anger, she immediately attacks that vampire and almost kills him. While falling down, that vampire was remembering how he came to this town and he met a human lady. He loved that human lady, but in her love, he forgot his real nature, that he is a vampire, due to which when he proposed to her, suddenly that vampire lost control over himself and he drank the blood of the lady whom he liked, due to which that lady was killed, and since then he stopped caring for others or loving others because now his nature is to destroy others. Although he also understood Mary's situation, he did not feel bad that Mary, being an ogre, cheated him. Now after this the scene changes and we see that when Bunny regains consciousness, she sees that she is in a room, and this was the same room which they had taken on rent. Actually, after convincing the vampire, she fainted and now Angel was also sitting here. She was surprised to see her. She asks whether she was killed again, to which 𝐂𝐿𝐸 says that no, it is not so. She came to meet him because she wanted to tell him that. When she fainted, her friends were not scared of her, whereas her look was much more than before. It was more dangerous. Rather, they brought him here so that he can recover quickly. Now to help him, 𝐂𝐿𝐸 takes back her power which she had given to Bunny earlier, with the help of which he defeated the vampire. Bunny thanks her for this. Then Hawk comes in the room, but by then 𝐂𝐿𝐸 had left from there. Hawk sees that Bunny is sleeping and now she has again come in her old form. Because of this, he was very happy. After this, we see that now both Sally and Mary had left for the market to bring goods because today Bunny is unwell. But on the way, Mary says to Sally that you said that you cannot use your power to attack someone just like that. Then why did you kill my friend Zed? On which Sally says that she had no other way then. Now suddenly they meet the same shopkeeper who had made fun of Bunny a lot then, and now he was making fun of Mary and saying bad things to her because Mary was also with Bunny then. Now Mary was very angry with him. She gets angry and is about to attack, but before that Sally gives a very dangerous punch and knocks the fruit seller down. On the other side we see that when Atla was roaming around the town, she sees the spirit of that vampire there. That vampire was watching his body burning, where all the people were very happy because that vampire scared them a lot. Atla comes there and asks him, "Why are you sad?" To which the vampire says that, "Why would I be sad? I am free after 300 years, and now I have learned one thing, that not every human is bad, because the one whom I liked never saw me as an ogre, while she was also a human. That is why now I don't want anything, and now I am free," and after this his spirit goes away from there. Further we see that the fruit seller was also getting angry, but whenever he sees anger in Sally's eyes, he gets scared and he does not say anything, after which Sally and Mary left from there. Mary was very happy to see this form of Sally because she wanted this. By the way, in the next scene she returns to that room where she was very happy to see Bunny because he has regained consciousness and now he is completely fine. Here Mary was also looking very happy, the reason for which when Bunny asks, Mary does not tell. Then Hawk says that we should also go out. He was asking Sally to come with him. Partially did not want to go out because she had just raised her hand on a shopkeeper, due to which the kingdom's guards might be searching for her. But Hawk does not understand this thing. Now when Sally tells him everything and says that this is what that man deserved, Hawk catches her and starts taking her away and says that you have committed a crime, you should be punished for it. Now after this the scene changes from here and we see that when Miko and her dog were moving forward in the forest, then Miko feels that someone is following her. At first she thought that it is a thief, but when he comes back, he sees Hatsumi there. Miko makes soup for her and feeds her and asks her what is she doing alone in this dangerous forest, on which she tells him that she has such a disease due to which she does not remember anything except her name. By the way, it was night now, so they stop in the forest at night when Hatsumi was sleeping. He saw me that she had a horn on her head, from which he understood that she was an ogre. He immediately takes out his sword and starts killing her, but then his dog stops him. Seeing this, Miko gets very angry and asks her whether she is on his side or these ogres' side, on which the dog also angrily says that he is on Miko's side. But what Miko was going to do was wrong. We come to know that Miko respects that dog a lot. That is why he agrees to what he says and also apologizes to her. The next day when they were moving forward again, they find an ogre, but Miko killed him. After seeing the ogre, Hatsumi suddenly started having a headache. Now when they move forward, after some time they find a mid-ogre. It is in the middle in terms of power, and it is neither senior nor junior, although it was Hatsumi senior, but its power was more than Hatsumi. But he was angry because after losing the previous battle, he has lost his memory, so now he should not live. Saying this, he attacks Hatsumi's chest, due to which Hatsumi was badly injured and now she was not in a condition to fight. Miko was standing there, but he did not want to come in between the two ogres. Then Hatsumi suddenly takes out her horn and throws it away and says that now she is not an ogre and that is why she asks Miko for help, but before that she also fainted. In the next scene, when she regains consciousness, she was in a room where her whole body was covered with bandages, which were applied by Miko. As soon as she wakes up, she asks about that ogre. Then Miko tells that Miko did not kill her because when a lot of blood was coming out of Hatsumi's body, if Miko had stopped to kill her, then it would have been delayed. Now on this, Hatsumi thanks her and she also says that after getting well, what will happen? I can accompany you on your journey. To which Miko agreed, saying that he does not want the person he has just saved to be killed like this. Now Hatsumi tells him that you are my best friend till now, and after this she starts laughing and there we see that dog was also laughing. Next we see that a tournament was being held in the town where Miko is staying and Hawk has also participated in it. Now he defeats some people, after which he was very happy, but there's Sally, Bunny and Mary were talking that he got a very weak opponent. Now when they leave from there, Bunny says that Hawk is not fighting for money, but he is just making himself strong so that in future he can protect everyone. Then Sally's eyes fall on Miko passing by. She immediately runs and outside she reunites with Miko. Miko gives her some water and says that sorry, all my money has already been spent, otherwise I would have given you more money. He also gives her something to eat. Here he tells her about Sumi and he also says that he too has taken part in this tournament only for money. Now after this we see the same mid-ogre who had just come to Miraji, who apologizes to him because he let Hatsumi go. However, he also tells the reason for this, on which Miraji says that it does not matter, you cannot defeat that girl. Then a little girl comes there, whose name is Selena. She says to that mid-Ogre he asks him to make him sit on his shoulder, to which Mr. Dogger immediately refused. But then Miraji shows him Simon's face and says that this girl has killed him because he did not listen to her. Hearing this, Mr. Dogger gets scared and makes him sit on his shoulder. Now they come some distance from where there was a gathering of Ogres. They meet here and decide what they have to do in future, but this time the topic was a little different because when everyone goes there, they are shown a map. This was their Ogre territory, which is now decreasing. And then an old Dogger comes forward and asks whether this is 𝐂𝐿𝐴's work, to which Miraji says yes. He says that we have to stop him, otherwise our whole clan will be destroyed in this way. However, everyone else did not know about 𝐂𝐿𝐴, due to which they did not feel that this is a serious topic. But then Miraji shows Simon's severed head and tells them as an example. Everyone is shocked to hear that it was 𝐂𝐿𝐴 who killed him because Simon is the strongest among them all, but then a child named 𝐂𝐿𝐴, and he is a Thunder Ogre, comes forward and says that Simon was weak, that is why he was killed, but then Miraji says that he has also killed Mary. Now after hearing Mary's name, I don't know why Doro got very shocked and he decided that he will kill 𝐂𝐿𝐴 with his own hands, and after this he leaves from there, and when everyone leaves from there, Simon's head suddenly tells Miraji that what are you doing? You are just using me as an example. If you want, you can also repair my body because I am not dead, but in the meantime he is killed. After this, Selena comes to Miraji and asks him if humans and Ogres can also be friends, to which Miraji says that yes, it is possible if there is good communication between them because earlier also one of his friends was with humans. He has made friendship and he was talking about that vampire here. In the next scene, we see the scene of the next day. Now 𝐿𝐴 is roaming in the town when he meets Selena. Now Selena asks him to put her on his head because she is still searching for Miraji. But 𝐿𝐴 did not know her and that is why he does not put her on his head, but he helps her in finding Miraji. Now on the way, they were talking and Selena likes 𝐿𝐴's personality very much. She says that we can become friends, but then 𝐿𝐴 tickles her head and says that friends cannot be made so easily. There is a bond and a connection between them and we have just met. Then suddenly 𝐿𝐴 feels a very deep dark energy because he tickled Selena's head. Due to this, Selena got angry, but the very next moment she starts laughing. Then Miraji comes there and she comes near him. Now Miraji sees. He realizes that 𝐿𝐴 has a sword. He realizes that 𝐿𝐴 has just participated in the tournament. He encourages him and also tells Selena that she should also love her new friend. After this, 𝐿𝐴 also left from there, although he did not know that the one who destroyed his entire kingdom has now become his friend. Actually, Selena is the god of masks and she can control all the masks and Ogres. Now, we see in the battleground of the tournament that 𝐿𝐴 had reached there and his battle was about to start. Selena was also sitting in the audience and was shouting 𝐿𝐴's name loudly. Due to this, he decides that he will put up a very good show. Then we see 𝐂𝐿𝐴 outside there, who was coming inside when she meets Miraji. She does not know Miraji, but Miraji tells her that he also has the same dream of making friends with humans and Ogres because these are the two species, or you can say that these are the two clans, in which most of the fights happen. But then 𝐂𝐿𝐴 comes there and says that he should not even talk to Miraji, and at the same time he also tells about Miraji's position, but Miraji says that even if this is the case, then what is the problem in it? He is on such a high post in Ogre that every Ogre listens to him, and if he says that there should be no fight between humans and Ogre, then no Ogre can cheat him, but 𝐂𝐿𝐴 did not trust him yet, due to which 𝐂𝐿𝐴 tells 𝐂𝐿𝐴 that she has two choices: either she should join hands with Miraji or with 𝐂𝐿𝐴. Now the path which Miraji is choosing is the same path 𝐂𝐿𝐴 has also chosen, but 𝐂𝐿𝐴 is the opposite. He wants to destroy all Ogres from this earth, but here Sally extends her hand towards her friend, seeing which even 𝐂𝐿𝐴 was surprised. Sally says that she does not like that 𝐂𝐿𝐴 kills any Ogre or hates them. She will work on it later, but she wants to save her friend. She does not want to lose him either. That is why she chose him. But 𝐂𝐿𝐴 could not accept this. He immediately runs away from there and says that you should not have chosen me. Miraji tells Sally that you must have taken a decision after thinking carefully, and maybe it is right. You should talk to 𝐂𝐿𝐴. Maybe you will be able to understand his problem. Sally reaches 𝐂𝐿𝐴 there and talks to him. 𝐂𝐿𝐴 tells that he is the child whose parents were killed by the Ogres, and that is why he decided that he will kill all the Ogres from this earth. He will kill all the Ogres, however. No matter how many Ogres he kills, he has got a satisfactory answer till now that he is not going to stop. Just then there is an explosion in the same town, and we see that Doro has arrived there with his companions. Now seeing the powerful Ogres, the tournament is cancelled. This is told to everyone, and they are also told that if they bring the heads of those Ogres, that is, if they kill those Ogres, then all of them will be given 500 gold coins each, and all of them had left for this. 𝐿𝐴 meets a friend of his on the way who was with him in the same tournament. He says that we both can join hands to kill those ogres. This will make our work easy, and anyway he needs money for his family. But while going, 𝐂𝐿 discusses with him because ogres are very dangerous, to which he agreed and started saying that okay, then I should return home. But in the meantime, thunder struck his head. Lightning falls and his whole body burns. Then Doro comes there. After seeing him, 𝐂𝐿 had understood that he is an ogre, but here Todoro was thinking that 𝐂𝐿 is actually the same boy who killed Mary. Todoro had tried to kill both of them, but he missed his target. On the other side, we see Sally there, who was thinking after the blast whether this is the work of Miraji, but then Miraji comes there and says that he is not like that. He is not doing all this. He also refuses to help Sally because she had not chosen him then. After this we come back to 𝐂𝐿. When Doro was attacking him again, 𝐂𝐿 threw his sword in the air, due to which lightning gets hit by that sword. One of Todoro's companions was sleeping outside. Then 𝐂𝐿 reaches there. He thinks that he should kill him because he is also an ogre, but then suddenly 𝐂𝐿 also falls down unconscious. There we see that both Bunny and Mary had reached there and were searching for 𝐂𝐿𝐒 by going in different directions because not one but more than one ogre has come to the town. On the other side we see 𝐂𝐿 there. He decides that he will not fight with Doro. That is why he ran away, but Todoro also follows him. Although Todoro did not know that this is 𝐂𝐿's plan, because when he turns to another street, 𝐂𝐿 suddenly attacks him, and due to the attack on his head, Todoro faints here. Now on this side we come back to Sally, to whom Miraji was saying that if she wants to stop everything then she should use her power, and Sally also finds this thing right. Now the scene changes here again, and we see that another ogre named 𝐂𝐿𝐒 who came with Todoro was a little sad because the people of the town were scared to see him. Then Mary comes there. She asks him that why is he attacking this town, on which 𝐂𝐿𝐒 tells her. It is said that Todoroki was angry because Miraji killed him. Now Mary was surprised that why is he getting angry on her death. Then 𝐂𝐿𝐒 tells her that she should not be affected by this thing because now she is with the humans, and here 𝐂𝐿𝐒 decides that he will kill Mary because she has betrayed their ogre clan. Doro also regained consciousness immediately. He sees that his horn, which was covered till now, is no longer covered. He understood that the humans betrayed him, so he decides that he will not spare anyone and will take revenge from not only 𝐂𝐿𝐒 but the whole town. On the other hand, everyone else was also in a bad condition while fighting with the ogres. We see 𝐂𝐿𝐒 there, who was trying to activate her power and was attacking Miraji, but don't know why, but her power does not last long. On the other hand, Mary was also having a lot of problems in fighting with 𝐂𝐿𝐒 because 𝐂𝐿𝐒 was very weak. He is very powerful and he comes from a special fax which has been created by Miraji herself. After this, we come back to 𝐂𝐿𝐒. His condition was also bad and he was probably about to die. But from a distance we see that Selena is watching him, although she does not interfere. 𝐂𝐿𝐒 had understood that he would not be able to survive for long, but still there was a smile on his face. Now he uses his thunder rising power and summons the body of the cold underbody. He was attacking 𝐂𝐿𝐒 with a very powerful attack, but 𝐂𝐿𝐒 does not move away. He moves forward, remembering his friends. He had thought that now he will be killed, but suddenly someone comes in front of him and blocks that attack. We see that it was Winnie. She gets angry at 𝐂𝐿𝐒 and says that he is a fool who was trying to take his own life, but Doro was very angry because his attack was blocked. Now he was ready to fight with Winnie, but Winnie says that she has not come to fight, she has only come to give 𝐂𝐿𝐒 his gift. She tells that 𝐂𝐿𝐒 has a wooden sword which according to her is of no use, that is why she has brought a metal sword, and she gives him the sword. Selena was also watching them, and on seeing the sword she recognized that this sword is a heavenly treasure and this thing can cut anyone, and here Winnie calls 𝐂𝐿𝐒 all the best and says that I cannot help you. Rungi, now if you have skills then you can save yourself. Now 𝐂𝐿𝐒 was a little motivated by this thing. On the other hand we see Bunny. She was fighting with an eagle ogre, which was actually very powerful, but suddenly when Bunny starts losing, then Atla's magical power gets activated, after which Bunny does not even know and she cuts one of the wings of that eagle in a very short time. That eagle was angry, but in the meantime Bunny also killed it by cutting its neck. Now after this she moved forward from there to save her friends, but due to using too much energy, she immediately gets stuck there and falls down. But this ogre had just been killed here. On the other hand, when 𝐂𝐿𝐒 was fighting with Mary, Mary runs away from that place and runs towards a wall. This is the same wall which is built around every kingdom, to protect the kingdom from the monsters. When 𝐂𝐿𝐒 attacks her, then she gets trapped under the wall. Her hand gets stuck inside. Mary had also moved away from the front earlier, and now Mary had a good chance to attack her. She does the same, due to which 𝐂𝐿𝐒 was also in a state of unconsciousness. After this, we come back to Sally. Now she was surprised that why her power was not activated, but here Miraji was telling her that how can you unite two clans on the basis of this power, which you are not able to control. But even then Sally was still motivated and she knew that she would do this. That is why Miraji says that okay, then now you should go and save your friends. However, before leaving, Sally extends her hand and says that she will first clear Miko's misunderstanding and after that she will come and meet Miraji and then unite the Ogres and humans. Now once again the scene changes and she comes to Todero and Hawk. Todero was angry because his horn has come out. Actually, Mary had covered it long ago so that he could not control it. He is able to use his lightning power within limits and properly, but he remembers that Mary is not here, due to which he gets even more angry and again activates his thunder rising power. Meanwhile, Mary was asking 𝐂𝐤𝐲 that why is he helping Totoro when it is wrong to kill humans without any reason. She does not think this is right, but 𝐂𝐤𝐲 tells him that yes, he also believes the same. He also does not have any special enmity with humans, but he is following Doro because the way there is discrimination among humans, similarly there is discrimination among Ogres also. Ogres are also treated according to their personality and power, but Todoro is not like that. He had talked to 𝐂𝐤𝐲 very nicely and they became friends, and that is why he decided that whatever Todoro says, he will follow his words. Although he also says that he also thinks Mary's decision is right and he wants that like Mary. Other Ogres should also do the same so that the fighting on this earth ends. Here Doro does his final attack, but Hawk cuts that attack and attacks with his sword, due to which Doro faints right there. But when he regains consciousness, Mary was in front of him. He was surprised to see Mary because he thought that Mary was killed and he starts crying after seeing her. Here we see Hawk, who was with Sally and Winnie, tells that during the fight he was about to kill Totoro because he killed an innocent man, although later he came to know that Totoro is angry that someone killed Mary. Hawk was happy that he did not kill Totoro because it would have been wrong. He also says that if we solve the matter by talking, then many lives can be saved. Now then Winnie tells about another country in a map and says that they should go there. Now after this, on the other side we see that when Miko regains consciousness, that is, when he regains consciousness, he was in the same room which he had started. He had taken it for Hatsumi. As soon as he got up, he picked up his sword because he was getting very angry. But then Hatsumi comes there. Miko regains consciousness that she is still in her room. Dog tells her that he had met Minky. Minky has the power to make anyone unconscious and show them scary dreams, due to which Miko is unconscious since then and he was lost in those dreams. After this, the scene changes again and we see Sally, who was just telling Todoro that they are going to another country, so if Todoro wants, he can join them. She also extends her hand, but Todoro rejects her and says that he can never support humans. He also started leaving from there, but Mary comes there and explains to Sally that she should not get angry. Totoro just wants to hesitate a little in talking to each other. However, now Totoro had rejected the offer, due to which he left from there. After coming out, he meets Miraji, who asks him why he lied to her that Miko killed Mary, because in doing so, his two friends 𝐂𝐤𝐲 and 𝐂𝐤𝐲 got killed. But Miraji says not to worry, and saying so, he attacks Doro, because of which a hole was created through his chest, and Todoro gets killed right there, and Miraji tells him with an I'll smile that now you can meet them comfortably in heaven. On the other side are Xiaili and her grandfather. The group had left for that new country. Now after this we are shown the scene of the past and we see a boy named Hiko. This name is similar to Miko's, but we will get to know the reason why both of them have the same name. Now Hiko was roaming in a village. We get to know a little story that Hiko's parents had left him, the reason for which is not known to Hiko because he was very young then. Now he is just trying to find his parents. On the way, he sees a dog and he feeds the dog, after which the dog starts chasing him. He was very surprised to see that the dog could speak, but then suddenly he hears some sound. He sees an ogre in front of him which was killing and eating a human. He immediately comes in front and gets ready to fight with it. But Hiko is a very timid type, and anyway who is not afraid of seeing such a big ogre? His hands started trembling, but then the dog suddenly attacks him. But as soon as the dog touches his hands, he gets ready to fight with it. When he extends his hand to stop the ogre, he is surprised that his strength is more than that ogre. This motivated him and his eyes glow, and that too just like Miko. After which he attacks and kills the ogre. All the people came to him and thanked him. Also, the name 𝐂𝐤𝐲𝐶 started becoming famous. The rest of the villagers who were troubled by the ogre attacks used to ask for help from Hiko, and Hiko also helped them. He goes on a journey through which he will find his parents and help others. In this journey, That dog also supported him. He also goes with him. But this journey suddenly changed because he came to know about an Ogre Island, and he decides that he will kill the leader of the Ogres so that this thing will end forever, and later he will think about himself. Now, after reaching that Ogre Island, he easily defeats the leader there. After killing the leader, he takes out he dropped the plan to find his parents, and he just bought a house and started living there. He felt very lonely, but then one day suddenly an ogre came to meet him and said that he should save his son. Actually, this ogre fell in love with a human lady and they have a baby, but he could not find this ogre feelingless and ate his own wife. Because of this, all the villagers are killing that child, whereas it was his fault. In the next scene, we see that 𝐂𝐤𝐤 reaches the village and sees a child tied to a tree. All the villagers were about to kill him, but 𝐂𝐤𝐤 goes and stops them. He says why are they doing this, but the head of the villagers looked different, and he decides that he will take care of that child, otherwise people will kill him. After which he takes him with him, and from this scene we come to know how 𝐂𝐤𝐤 met 𝐂𝐿. Now when he comes home, 𝐂𝐿 was very sad and said that he will take care of the child, otherwise people will kill him. He was thinking that he should die because now there is nothing left for him, but then 𝐂𝐤𝐤 gets down on his knees and apologizes to him, saying that he killed his father and if 𝐂𝐤𝐤 wants, he can take revenge. 𝐂𝐤𝐤 immediately picks up his sword and attacks him, but 𝐂𝐤𝐤 was not so strong that he could kill 𝐂𝐤𝐤 because the sword that hit his head did not even scratch him. He tells him that he will train him so that he can become strong and one day he can take his revenge. Now after this 𝐂𝐤𝐤 went to sleep, but 𝐂𝐤𝐤 and the dog were sitting. The dog was not able to understand anything, that why is 𝐂𝐤𝐤 raising a child who is going to kill him in the future, but 𝐂𝐤𝐤 says that he did this intentionally so that 𝐂𝐤𝐤 himself has a target and who is at fault in this, and he can be happy by killing him in the future. 𝐂𝐤𝐤 also heard this and she was also very sad about this thing. Now from the next day, the life of both 𝐂𝐤𝐤 and 𝐂𝐤𝐤 changes completely because now both of them were spending time together. 𝐂𝐤𝐤 was taking care of 𝐂𝐤𝐤 like a father. He was teaching her to read and fight and made her very strong, due to which a good bond was created between them, although even after this 𝐂𝐤𝐤 did not tell him her real name, due to which 𝐂𝐤𝐤 names her 𝐂𝐤𝐤, and both of them found their happiness in each other and they were very happy, but this happiness was not going to last for a long time because we see an ogre who looked very powerful and he was moving forward like them. Now the day had come when 𝐂𝐤𝐤 has become stronger than before. Due to this, 𝐂𝐤𝐤 tells him that if he wants now, he can take his revenge, but 𝐂𝐤𝐤 gets angry at this and runs away from there. Although later 𝐂𝐤𝐤 found 𝐂𝐤𝐤, they sit together, during which 𝐂𝐤𝐤 tells him that he can understand what 𝐂𝐤𝐤 is feeling, but to remove this feeling and his own to get rid of loneliness. If 𝐂𝐤𝐤 wants, he can go on a journey where he will meet people who will not hate him, but 𝐂𝐤𝐤 did not want this. He just wanted to stay with his father. Now everything goes on as before, but one day suddenly 𝐂𝐤𝐤 gets the same feeling as he had when he lost his father. He immediately runs here to meet 𝐂𝐤, where he meets that dog on the way and blocks his way, but 𝐂𝐤𝐤 does not listen to him. After coming to 𝐂𝐤𝐤, 𝐂𝐤𝐤 sees that 𝐂𝐤𝐤 is lying on the ground and there was a lot of destruction around. Actually, 𝐂𝐤𝐤 had just fought with the same ogre that we saw some time ago. He was very powerful, that's why he lost to him and now he is about to die. Seeing this, 𝐂𝐤𝐤 was very sad, but even while dying, 𝐂𝐤𝐤 lectures him and says that you have to go on the journey that I asked you to go on. 𝐂𝐤𝐤 says that you also promised me that you will protect me until I become strong. On this, he says that yes, I will not break my promise. Here he gives his sword to 𝐂𝐤𝐤 and says that you should protect yourself and every weak person with the help of this sword. Also, when 𝐂𝐤𝐤 dies, suddenly a light comes out from inside his body and enters 𝐂𝐤𝐤's body. This was the same power that it gets activated inside 𝐂𝐤𝐤, and with its help 𝐂𝐤𝐤 destroys the ogres. As soon as she gets this power, the ogre who had killed 𝐂𝐤𝐤 arrives there. He attacks 𝐂𝐤𝐤 as well. But due to his blast, 𝐂𝐤𝐤 was not affected by anything. He moves forward and cuts his hand with his sword and then kills him as well. During this, 𝐂𝐤𝐤's horn, which is right in the center of his head, came out, but he destroys it as well because he does not consider himself an ogre. He had also decided, like Sally, that he will end the fight between humans and ogres. However, the only difference was that 𝐂𝐤𝐤 wants to end this fight by killing all the ogres, after which 𝐂𝐤𝐤 fainted there. In the next scene, we come to the current time where 𝐂𝐈𝐒 is carrying 𝐂𝐤𝐤 on her shoulder because 𝐂𝐤𝐤 was sleeping. The dog was also with them. The dog was thinking in his mind that since that dent, there was a hole in 𝐂𝐤𝐤's heart which was not filled yet, but now he has found a person who will probably fill that hole, and with this season 1 ends here, and if season 2 comes then we will definitely explain that too. If you liked the video, then subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon and tell us by commenting how you liked this video.